We talked about the possibility of an airstrike, which was at one time or another almost everybody's first choice upon first thought, to knock out the missiles. We talked about an invasion of Cuba, which was always the preferred choice of the right wing, go in and take Cuba away from Castro and rid the island of communism while at the same time getting rid of these missiles. A diplomatic approach, either bilaterally or through the United Nations. A blockade or quarantine, as it later came to be called. No decision was made at that first meeting, but if a vote had been taken there, airstrike was probably #1 on everybody's list.
Robert Kennedy, the president's brother and closest advisor, became concerned that if America's might was used without warning against a small island, world opinion would turn against them.
Robert Kennedy, rightfully in my opinion, drew the analogy that it would be regarded by the world as a bombing of Cuba, of bases in Cuba, comparable to the bombing of Pearl Harbor by the Japanese in 1941. And he said, I don't think I want my brother to become another target.
The American armed forces were put on alert. Thousands of troops prepared for a possible airstrike and invasion of Cuba. But to avoid widespread panic, the discovery of the Soviet missiles was kept secret by order of the president.
I had to come back and issue some instructions to my people. And nobody leaves. We're going to chain the doors of the barracks closed as soon as everyone gets in. And I want all the transmitters taken out of the telephone, so no outside telephone calls can be made except from the orderly room where it can be controlled. And we're under very strict secrecy.
As XCOM argued over